please don't forget to smash that like button, comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share this video. You can also check the description of this video and you'll find my compiled link featuring my Patreon, my trade binder, TCG player affiliate link, Discord, Twitter, Twitch, and TikTok. So check all that out, and I will see you in the video. How's it going, everybody? CJ here, back with another video. We're doing a first thought today. This first thought is on Oswald Fiddlebender. Before we hop into that though, I gotta give a big shout out to our newest patron, Cody. Thank you for supporting the channel, Cody. It means a lot. And Cody is actually inside of the tier where he can be in gameplay videos, so you'll probably see Cody on the channel at some point soon. So look out for Cody. And we're hopping into this. So Oswald Fiddlebender. Interesting card here. It's Birthing Pod for artifacts in mono white in the command zone. I like it. They're giving mono white so many new tools and so many new cards. It's awesome. And this is just the newest and probably one of the most fun. Like, this is going to be a very interesting commander. So the topics I'm going to talk about today are untappers, ways to use Oswald more than once, some combo-y cards, some toolbox stuff, Stax cards, good cards to sacrifice to Oswald, like just to go up the chain with, some one-off cards, and then in the 99. So we got a pretty good video here today, pretty full script here. And we're going to start up right away with the untappers. So there's a lot of good cards to throw into this deck that let you untap, pretty much. Like, just let you use Oswald more than once a turn. The best card, in my opinion, for this is Thornbite Staff. Thornbite Staff seems fantastic in this deck. I'm trying to pull it up again so I can make sure that I have the correct everything on it. Oh my god, why can't... Oh, there it is. Thornbite Staff seems fantastic in this deck. So whenever a creature is put into a graveyard from play, untap this creature. That's the key part. So if you're just going up the chain with artifact creatures, you can every time untap Oswald and then pay 1 white to keep doing it over and over and over. You just go up the chain really quickly. It's an auto include in this deck, and it's only 2 mana, so you can chain into it very quickly. It's awesome. This seems like a great card in the deck, and it's just a fantastic include. Some other cards that you can use to untap include Monowhite Stone and Puppet Strings, and they're both also fetchable. Same thing with Staff of Domination, Sword of the Parents, and 1000-Year Elixir. All of them fetchable through Oswald. Like, you can go up the chain to get them, and then you can use them to go up the chain again very fast. It seems great. Just seems like awesome includes, auto includes, especially I think Thornbite Staff, Monowhite Stone, Staff of Domination because it's combo potential, 1000-Year Elixir for the haste part too. Great cards. Next up, we're going to talk about the combo-y cards. So you got cards like Mew Retriever, Scrap Trawler, Drunk Diver, and Workshop Assistant. All 4 of these, when you sack them, you get to bring back an artifact from your graveyard to either play or your hand. Either or seems awesome. Also, Scrap Trawler, just awesome in general in this deck. But all these, great cards. And you can actually, with Clark Clan Ironworks, go infinite with Mew Retriever and Scrap Trawler by sacrificing them and recurring them over and over and over again and making infinite colorless mana. Seems good. And you can funnel all that mana into a Staff of Domination that you can fetch off of sacrificing a Mew Retriever to Oswald. Seems awesome. Like, easy includes. Easy includes. Next up, we've got some toolbox stuff. So just cards that you can throw into the deck so that we can pull it out when you need it. And it's just like toolboxy cards. Like, just generically good cards that are good in multiple situations and easily available because of Oswald when you're in any of those situations. So some of them include cards that are removal, like Angel of Ruins. You've got Dispeller's Capsule, Meteor Golem, and Duplicant, and also Nev's Disc. All those great includes here. You've also got cards like the Immortal Sun, which can just do everything. You've got Shimmermere, so you can cast your artifacts at instant speed. You've got Scarecrow to reanimate your artifact creatures. You've got Expedition Map to grab any land you really need, like a Mary of the Sky Ruin's a pretty good one. Inventor's Fair is cool. There's a lot of cool lands that you can fetch out with this that seems that makes it a great include. You have Endless Atlas and Staff of Nin for extra card draw. You've got Sculpting Steel, which can just copy any artifact you have that you could use 2 of. I mean, like, it's not bad to have any of these cards as duplicates. Seems good. And Mirage Mirror seems pretty great. You can copy your opponent's stuff. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. You can copy your opponent's stuff, you can copy your own stuff, you can copy everything with that. Really good to include in this deck. Next up, we're going to talk about some Stax cards, because there's a lot of good Stax artifacts that you can like chain into and just use Oswald to kind of just Stax out your opponents. So you got cards like Esper Sentinel, Winter Orb, Trinisphere, Aethersworn Canonist, Phyrexian Revoker, Lodestone Golem, Torpor Orb, Static Orb, God Pharaoh Statue, and Pithing Needle. All these seem great. Like, this could make a very good Monowhite Stax deck, and just getting all your artifact Stax pieces out through Oswald and just running. Just go into town with that. Seems like a great include. And you can also throw in a lot of artifact ramp and throw in Unwinding Clock, so that way you're not as affected as your opponents are. Maybe even Mycosynth Lattice. That could be really cool with Unwinding Clock and stuff, so that way you can kind of Winter Orb your opponents out, but your stuff is always untapping. Seems great. Next, we've got good creatures to sacrifice, or good cards to sacrifice to Oswald. Not really as toolboxy, but just value. You've got cards like Ugin's Nexus, take an extra turn, seems great. Archaeomancer's Map, this card seems really nice in this deck because enters the battlefield, you go and get 2 planes, then during your opponent's turns, you're going to play those planes when they play lands. Gets back to your turn, you're out of lands in hand, Archaeomancer's Map, not going to do too much anymore. Second to Oswald to go and get a 4-drop. Seems great. You can throw in Filigree Familiar and Solemn Simulacrum for extra enters the battlefield and death value. You've got Myre's Sire, seems pretty cool in the deck. Cathodian, kind of rituals. Perilous Mirror for shocking. Ichor Wellspring and Mycosynth Wellspring seem great. And Wormcoil just seems awesome. You can go and get a 7-drop and you can start 2 new chains. Seems good. We've got the one-off cards next. So, Mirrorworks seems awesome in this deck. You play an artifact, you can make a token of it, you can sack the token to Oswald, and go fetching. And then you have the original one still there. Seems great. Forsaken Monument and Mystic Forge seem the great includes, especially if you go very heavy into the artifact theme. Skull Clamp, really easy card to go grab. You just sacrifice a token basically. And every time you sacrifice a creature from then on, if you just pay 1 extra mana, you're drawing 2 cards. Seems great. You've got cards to make it so your artifacts cost less, so you can play them and go up the chain faster that way. Semblance Anvil, Cloud Key, Foundry Inspector, and Droider's Familiar all hit that description. They're also all fetchable through Oswald. You've got some artifact lands, which seem really nice with Oswald, because it can give you a starting point at 0 for your chain. You've got Ancient Den, Darksteel Citadel, Power Depot, and Treasure Vault. Treasure Vault seems really sweet because it can also make treasures for you. And Power Depot's got Modular, which is kind of cool. You've got Smothering Tithe, which can create a lot of tokens for you to chain up into. And Metalwork Colossus seems cool because it's going to end up costing a lot less. You'll be able to chain into something like a Blightsteel Colossus or a Scion of Draco if you want to, pretty easily. And that seems pretty cool, like being able to just chain into Blightsteel, and if the Blightsteel dies, then you can shuffle it away, and you go and get your Metalwork Colossus back, and like you can get Metalwork. Oh my gosh, Metalwork Colossus is recurable, so you can return it to you. You can play Blightsteel by sacrificing Metalwork Colossus, get Metalwork Colossus back to your hand by sacrificing 2 artifacts, play it for free. And then if Blightsteel dies, you can use Metalwork Colossus to get it back into play through Oswald because Blightsteel shuffles itself back into your deck. That seems like a really nice little synergy, the 2 comboing with each other there. I like that a lot. And lastly, we're on to In the 99. I think Oswald will be a great include in pretty much any artifact commander that has white. Osgir, probably the best deck for him because you're going to be sacrificing artifacts that Osgir can then reanimate. And going and getting a new artifact that you can then sacrifice for Osgir to then reanimate. Seems great. Tashar, also seems great. Zabaz, Lashiel, Brea, Sidri, all of them seem great. Sharum, literally, all of these artifact creatures, like all of these artifact commanders seem awesome. I think that's going to see a lot of play in Commander personally, because it's very easy to just kind of go your way up. It's a good card. And that's everything I have for Oswald Fiddlebender. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, everybody.